What's up, guys? Welcome back to my tiny warehouse. My name is Jared. This is my tiny fish room. Let's get right into today's video. All right, so today's video, we're gonna do this a little differently. I'm back in the fish room, fish warehouse. Last time we had a pretty catastrophic failure in the silicone along the bottom of the glass. So right behind me right now, you can probably hear it. It's filling up with water again. And I'll be honest with you, probably going to get another catastrophic failure. And what I've learned throughout this whole entire build process is that I have no idea what I'm doing. So I hope you guys like watching it. I don't plan on giving up on the tank by any means, or the channel for that matter, but it's been a difficult road. Turned out to be a lot cheaper than having somebody build me a tank. It's still very, very expensive. Costs a lot of money. You know, wood prices are up so crazy. Just to seal off the room was a lot of money. Piecing this thing together with this brain, you know, we ran into some issues. I'm not even sure how many containers of pond armor and epoxy I ultimately ended up ordering, but we're probably several $100s in epoxy, you know, several $100s of wood. Saved money where we could for sure. But we're gonna fill this tank back up. We're gonna see if we have any more failures. And if we do, we're gonna chase every single failure until we have a fully functioning aquarium in the backyard. It's just something I dreamed up and I'm stuck on it. I want it to happen so bad. And it's been difficult because Colorado's weather is not being very cooperative. You know, it snows one day, melts the next day. So it's either really cold or really muddy out here right now. So that's been difficult to keep up with. And then, you know, I returned to work, very happy that all my medical stuff is good to go. I'm happy to be back at work, but it does take away a lot of the time that I was spending on the channel. So I really, really appreciate each and every one of you guys for watching. You know what I mean? We're at 481 subscribers. I don't know if that's good or not. To me, I feel like the channel's grown quite a bit over the last year. I think we started this in April or March of this year. So we're coming up on a year now, and we're getting really close to Christmas. And you know, I really wanted the tank done before winter. Didn't happen. So now I'm thinking if I could just have the tank done by Christmas, we could call it a Christmas present to ourselves. So I know this intro isn't that lively. Just wanted to say thank you guys for watching. It's so much fun creating content, you know what I mean? And sometimes I rack my brain on what people may or may not want to watch. So to those of you who do watch everything, I super appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, so here we go again. We're gonna fill this thing to the top. We're gonna see where it leaks out water, and we're gonna fix it. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna show you guys where it failed last time. We'll start from there. Oh, and a little update. We originally put 10 goldfish in this tank to test it out when we thought we were quote unquote good to go. And 2 goldfish have died. Despite me leaving the lights and heaters off for multiple days on end when it was, you know, well below freezing. So the room's pretty well insulated. I think that's a pretty good sign. The goldfish still being alive is a good sign that the live bacteria we put up in that filter that we built is doing its job. And yeah, one crazy adventure at a time, you know. And I got my new dog, which God only knows where she's at right now, but hope you guys like Eris. I absolutely love my new puppy dog. Never had a lab before. So please, if you got any hints, any suggestions, or any advice, drop it in the comments and let me know. I want my dog to be happy and healthy and to have a great life. You know, she was a rescued puppy dog. So let me know what you guys think of the dog and any suggestions on toys, treats, you know, behavioral, training tips, whatever you call them. I'm open ears, man. So let's get into today's video with the tank fill up. Time lapse. All right, guys, so I lied a little bit. I'm gonna fill up the tank just right there. It's just below halfway. I wanna get this bottom half, I guess, just confirm that that seam is gonna hold. We're gonna run the pump. We have a heater on in there. I think I set the heater to like 90 degrees or something. It's a huge ass volume of water to warm up, and there's only the one little heater in there, which does pretty good. So my electric bill was $400, way above budget, way outside of the realm of possibility of what Jared can afford. So I'm gonna have to figure out more unique ways to power this building. And I think, you know, we had already discussed solar power. Because the amount of electricity that this little building will use should be very minimal, right? And the amount of sun we get in Colorado is pretty good. So we're gonna have to explore options to maybe put a couple panels on the roof and power this building using solar power, because otherwise, I'm gonna be completely broke before I ever make a single dime off YouTube.
Please, spare some change for the holidays. I need help.
And I'd have to kill the channel if that were the case. And I don't want to do that. So instead of just giving up, we're going to find a way to be more efficient with our power. Don't know what that's going to look like or anything yet, but we'll do some homework. We'll figure it out. But I think we're going to leave the tank just like this for now. Partially full. But what I am going to do, since we pulled the big goldfish out of Earl's tank, and I don't think I've told you guys this, but 2 of those big goldfish died. I don't know why. Could be the whole goldfish thing, you know what I mean? Because they went from a 75 gallon to a 20 gallon, which was temporary, but still cost 2 of them their life. So with that being said, let's go inside. Let's retrieve those other goldfish that we have, and let's add them to the goldfish pond, because that's what it is for right now. This is a giant goldfish pond. It's got all a bunch of the tester fish in there. I'd like to snake out the 2 fish that passed away in this tank and then get the big fish back over here. Not back over here, but over here for the first time out of the house. Because I just like to use that 20-gallon tank to put the feeder fish in that Frank will end up eating. So yeah, let's go do that. Off to the inside of the house. Okay, so we're back in the fish room. Man, it seems so peaceful and quiet in here, and it seems so volatile and violent in the other room. All right, so I need to get a light turned on. I don't normally have the goldfish with any light whatsoever. I just leave them in the dark. Okay. Oh. So we actually have 4 big guys that will be taken to the new tank, which is perfect. I thought there was less than that. What's up, Eris? No, go ahead and pull this off. And hand me that brand new Lowe's bucket behind you. Thank you. Got a bunch of gifts from Lowe's. They're still here in the bucket. We're gonna have to come back into this room and fill up all the tanks, because all the tanks are really low on water. And we're gonna steal a little bit of water from the 125 to take these goldfish to their new homes. And that's the game plan. So we just created a siphon inside the hose. So it's sucking. And this bottom one is pulling. And this is just to get the goldfish over to their new home. So they don't need much water. But this is super healthy water for the fish. Just to transport them into the backyard. Just like that, quick and easy. Put our lid back on. We don't have any more Oscars in this tank, so I don't think we have to worry about anybody jumping out. But just in case. Because I've had my fair share of jumping fish that supposedly don't jump. Okay, so now we gotta do the fun part and net these goldfish out. So. As always, this is everybody's favorite part to watch because it's a pain in the ass. But this is only a 20-gallon tank, and this is a huge freaking net. So this should be pretty easy. And if we happen to get any feeder goldfish, they probably will just end up going to the new big tank as well. Oh, can we get a 4-in-1? Nope. We got a 0. Just swim into the net, buddy. There you go. Okay, there's our first goldfish. And we accidentally got a feeder fish. Which is fine. Frank, if you didn't know this, and I love everybody at Valley Pets, Frank gets hooked up and fed plenty of awesome treats that come from the store. And those folks hook us up with so many cool things. A couple feeder fish. You can see how absolutely big and beautiful the goldfish have gotten. These all started off as feeder fish from the pet store. And now they're going to end up living like kings in a giant 900-gallon tank. Because that's just the way it turned out for them. Oh my God, that's the most successful fish pull of my life. I mean, they are goldfish, so it's probably easier, but another beautiful one. This one's got like a fantail. Check her out. Beautiful fish though. I think they're gonna love their new home. The rest of the fish will stay in there. We did end up with one little feeder fish. Let's go get them into their new home. In the 900-gallon tank. Still can't speak English. What the heck? Cut. I mean, all honesty, I feel like you should just dump them in there. So, if you want to get the camera close right here, I'll try and keep them pretty close to over there. Let's get them to their new home. Ready? All right, heck yeah, you can see we now have some goldfish that you can actually see in there. There's the original tester fish. There's 2 dead fish back there on the floor. So, still got a lot of work to do. I know I said I was gonna fill it up all the way, but I wanna stop at this point. I'm gonna let these fish get all acclimated, let them do their thing. And then, once we know that this bottom seal right here, like right here, feels a little funky to me. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that or if it's already a lot of pressure from the water that I put in there. So that's where we're at for now. So that's gonna be a wrap on this room. We got our new goldfish in here. They're swimming around just fine, getting acquainted. And we'll come out and start feeding this tank every day now. We'll put it on the same cycle that we have the inside tanks on. But let's go inside the house. Let's get the 20-gallon fixed up for our feeder fish because we're gonna have to go pick some more up this week. And let's get all the tanks filled up with water. We're not gonna do no water changes today, but everything needs to be topped off. And then, you know, in a week or so, everything needs to be changed over and salted. So our next video will probably be a maintenance video, FYI. So let's head on into the house. And if anything happens between now and posting this video, I'll add it to this video as far as failures are concerned on this tank. We know now that we can keep a little over a foot of water in the tank, which is fine. That allows us to circulate water, also allowing the fish to have plenty of room to swim while we can continue to work on it. So, you know, we'll call it a small victory. We got fish in the tank, and we're making progress in the right direction. Let's get our other fish situated and call it a day.
There's Barris. What are you doing, Aris? What are you doing, Aris? Good girl. Can you sit? Can you sit?
All right, as you guys can see, this tank is disgusting. So what happens when you have big goldfish in a tank that's too small for them? They create so much freaking waste, it's absolutely crazy. And this is just for our little feeder fish right here. Just a home to keep them in there so that way Frank can, you know, eat on a regular basis and not overfeed, you know. So this tank right here, it's a little low, just needs filled up. Tank looks really good. Over here, tank looks even better naturally because it has all the plants in it. Angelfish doing really well. They probably freaked out because they do not like the camera. You can see them right down there trying to hide. This is an absolute jungle. Oh, there's our little beta fish, Ninja. He is awesome. Still the most social fish ever. And here lately, I've been seeing the baby puffers that I put in here much more frequently. And as I say that, I can't find one, but they are in here growing. I think we're gonna have to have a video about a little bit of aquascaping and cleaning this up because it's getting kind of crazy. And over here, ouch, we have all of our fish fry still growing. And the next water change will be next week for these guys as well. And it'll, you know, be really nice and pretty and clean. There's just so many convicts in there. Like I said, we still, to our knowledge, haven't lost a single one. There's a giant freaking ball of moss just rolling around up there. I keep it in there just to help keep the tank filtrated with all those fish. Then over here, we have Shirley. We finally got her big old butt off the floor and started swimming around. Earl is still a little uneasy about Shirley. He has his moments where he's like, and he, you know, snip at her a little bit. But overall, you know, doing pretty good. Their grass needs vacuumed. And this is what happened when I took out the goldfish. The goldfish would keep that grass spotless. But without the goldfish, nobody is eating off the bottom. So, we'll have to figure that out. I don't know what we're gonna do there, but, you know, is what it is. And then around the corner, good old Frank the tank. His lights are on. He's doing wonderful. He loves the camera. He's not camera shy at all. So if you guys like to see live feedings, I always go live on TikTok to feed Frank. You know, he eats pretty uniquely. He's a beast. He likes goldfish, he likes mice, he likes worms, he likes crawfish. So yeah, if you're ever interested in checking that out, always live on TikTok. Maybe I'll do a live on YouTube, maybe a live fish feeding or something like that. That would be cool. Drop a comment, let me know. But yeah, let's get these tanks situated. Let's get them filled up with water, and we'll get that freaking 20-gallon swapped out real quick with our goldfish. The weekends, always work to do. So let's just get into it. Start right here with these guys. Handy dandy hose. Ready to go. So I literally, guys, use a hose and a clamp. On my faucet, I put a female quick detach, and on the other side of this hose is the opposite attachment to that. So I literally stick this in the tank right over here. The camera turned a little bit too far. We'll slide this back a hair. We'll stick in our hose. Then we'll fire it up. Get these fish some water. And then, boom, like magic, we should get some water. There it is. All the fish like to swim up to the water. They just like to play in the bubbles. I don't know. That's what it looks like they're doing to me. Oh man, this tank took so long to build and so long to get to the point where it operates the way it does now. Minimal water changes. A lot of this stuff happens all naturally, just like in the other tanks. Try and create minimal maintenance as possible, but you know, haven't won everywhere. Had several failures. Oh, nope. I have a clown planko in one of these tanks over here, and I never see him. I thought that was his tail, but it wasn't. It was one of the Cory catfish. I do see one of the puffers though. Oh, I see two of them. Oh, let's see. I want to show you guys the puffers real quick. So, here's one of the babies right here. See him in center frame. Then there's one of the adults. So there's 3 babies and 1 adult in there. Little puffers though. If you have a snail problem, pea puffers are the way to go. They are so good at just eating snails like crazy. And so I haven't been running the current in here specifically because I was going to put water in there. When I am putting water in there, I like to circulate that water, help it just get mixed in with everything else. Helps the temperature come up. Looks pretty good. Oh, there's our green terror. She's acclimated really well to this tank. No issues with the other fish. Like I said, they're all pretty equal in size, so they do pretty good. These guys, I don't know if I have any in here. I don't. Okay. They're hungry. They have yet to be fed today, but we'll get them fed. Just want to get everybody's water filled up. Then what we're probably going to end up doing is in that 20-gallon tank, we're going to take those fish out and feed them to Frank. And then, sorry, one of the fish was hopping at the top there. We'll get that tank probably situated later in the week because I'm tired. I don't really feel like swapping it out. I'm going to drain it. I'm going to scrub it, clean it, and just redo it completely before we get another set of feeder fish. These guys though, man, everybody in here is doing great. You know, our Salvini that used to be so shy and always hide out in the cave is now coming out, socializing a lot more. Beautiful colors. We still have a couple convicts in here as well. There's a blue cara. There's peacocks. There's a flame mouth. There's a fireback or flameback back there. It's just an odd mix of fish. I know a lot of folks don't like my fish mixture, but I don't really care. I'm coming to the conclusion that you can't please everybody, and I'm just going to do the things the way that I do them, and that's all I can do. I do watch other YouTubers. Absolutely love watching Cletus McFarlane at the Freedom Factory. If I ever make it to be a big time YouTuber, and Cletus, if you ever see this, It's my life's goal to get into the Freedom 500. I think that would be the coolest thing ever, to go out there and race those cars. It looks like an absolute blast. Hopefully someday me and the family make it down to Florida just to watch a show. You know what I mean? If you don't know who Cletus is, he's a big time YouTuber, does a lot of race car stuff, drag racing specifically, but he has made appearances in NASCAR and other things. He's also an aviation pilot, just a really cool guy. So I guess that's our goal. Big enough on YouTube to get an invite to that race. That'd be crazy. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take a pause from filming for a minute because I just realized the camera battery is about to die. I don't know if I have other batteries that are not about to die. Well, we're gonna finish filling up this tank with this battery, see where that lands us. And then for you guys, you won't even notice. It'll just be like, kabam, we're back. For me though, I'm gonna go charge this camera real quick to make sure it doesn't die midway through filming, because, you know, I've had many instances where I lost footage with zero explanation. Trying to avoid that today. Keyword is try. Yeah, I was really stoked that Earl and Shirley are getting along. You know, I thought for sure one of these days I'm gonna come in and find one of them dead. Earl's significantly bigger and Shirley's significantly more aggressive, so we'll see how that works out in the Oscar tank. And like I said, we're gonna pull what's left out of there, feed them to Frank, and then we won't have to worry about the fish in there for now. Just gotta worry about getting the tank situated. I'm really hardcore thinking about adding some plants to this tank. So let me know if you guys would like to see plants in the 125. It's full of cichlids. It would be a difficult task. We would have to do probably a hydroponic type plant, something that can live solely underwater without being attached to something, similar to the elephant plant that's just over here getting roasted because the tank was so low on water. It's doing good, but it could have been doing better. I let the roots come out of the water. I'm gonna have to rethink how I have that plant mounted in there. But yeah, so that's a wrap on the 125. Let me go charge the camera. See you guys in just a few seconds. Fill up the rest of the tanks. All right, guys, we're back. We're gonna fill up the Angel tank real quick, and we're just gonna move through, fill up every tank, get them full of water real quick. All right, we're just gonna move along to our guppy tank right here. Go ahead and start the water. Get this one filled up. Sorry, it's a little tight over here. See all the fry? They're all small fish now. I wouldn't even call them fry at this point. Okay, this one's gonna be hard. It's so low to the ground. Hold on, let's grab my camera. Hold on. Okay, go ahead and turn it on. Shrimp tank. Kill it. Hurry. Oh my goodness, we almost freaking flooded the room. Careful, kids, when you ask for help. Who you ask.
Check out.
All right, so Frank got a snack, gave him the rest of the goldfish that was in that 20-gallon tank. Let's go outside, check on the 900-gallon tank, see how it's doing. Then we'll call it a wrap on today. Let's go. All right, so we're back in the warehouse, and so far so good. There are some weird things. I don't know. There's like some foamy stuff in there, not sure where that's coming from. But as of right now, there's no leaks in the tank. You can see we're running it full bore. Our big old goldfish are down there swimming about. There's another one over there. You can see a couple of them there. But yeah, I wouldn't say we're out of the woods yet, but we're definitely heading in the right direction. So thanks for watching my tiny fish room. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Help us get to that 500 goal. And yeah, YouTube thinks you're gonna love this one. And right here is all the stuff I've done in this warehouse. Check it out. See you on the next one. Peace out. Well, bam.